Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Game Testing Unlimited. My name is Wilfred. Today let's take a look at the 2 Point Hospital. I always wanted to play this game and thanks to the free weekend I got to experience a little bit of it. So I'm going to show you the first hospital that I've built or I've staffed as well. Then the game is selling about 26 US dollar or 26 euro or 26 Singapore dollar. So I think it's rather expensive at full price. But if it is on a discount, I think it's quite worth it. For me, probably I'm looking at 50% or 75% if they sell it in that kind of like a range. Now, so I've just started, one of the hospital here, but I think all in all you could expand yourself into multiple kind of different hospitals, and you'll get unlocked as and when you've completed some of the objectives and so on. So it's a very very interesting bit of it, and the narration also is very good when it first started. So I wouldn't spoil everything, but I just want to show you one of the hospitals that I've played, and I'm going to maybe start a new game here just to play a little bit of this game for you guys. All right, so now I've always wanted to play a little bit of like simulation on the hospital. Don't know why. I always like the simulation part of it. So this game is kind of interesting. This is where the patients will come in with the ambulance, and this guy can just walk out from the ambulance like that's fine. So you can click onto any one of them and asking sort of like there's they come to the receptions. And then after that you go to the you can follow what this guy does. Go queue into the GP office, which is right here, one of the GP here. So I have a bench so that they will just sit there first, and I think as and when this guy came out, then this guy will then go in and just track well, I think this lady is coughing with the temperature and so on. So this is the GP. Now it's ready. So the GP is I don't know why. Oh, this one here. I didn't know. Maybe I should put a bench here instead. So it's coming here, and then it's sort of like there's some interaction there. By the way, this is lightheadedness. So diagnose 87% happiness. Well, whatever it is. So they need to have the a general diagnosis. So diagnoses are places like. So I'm still following Annabelle. Diagnosis is this. Well, I don't know why she's sitting over there. All right. So by the way, all these things are being created by me. There's some magazine and stuff like that. So this is the place whereby they can put in for some so like a general diagnosis, and then there's a nurse. This is a junior nurse, and then now is well. Yeah, so diagnose with okay, going back to the GP now, I think I think send for treatment. So this guy get blocked, whatever. Then it's a GP, so now it's back to waiting, or do they go back to the same doctor? Probably I don't know, just sit back here, someone went in, then there is a queue somewhere, so that is done. So I think this Annabelle's next in line, I hope. And well, probably not, I don't know. So Annabelle is going to go into the GP office, which is this one here, right? Now then you go there, diagnosis in progress, and hope something good will come out from it. So there's some like I think it's done. Then now go to a pharmacy for treatment. So now it's like some formal kind of like so like get some medicine, I guess. And yeah, so this Annabelle is going to, I don't know what is going to happen to her, man. I hope not. I think something right is going to happen. And yeah, so after all these things, I think the medicine will be ready. So that's a nurse, by the way, and the nurse is a little bit tired as well. So you drink the medicine. Is cured. So now she's happy, and that is it. She's cured. Now is a one happy patient pay the bill, and that's it. That's one kind of like things going on. This is a happy cycle. Now of course there are people that go into the treatment center. There's some going into the ward as well. So it's quite interesting, this game. There are multiple GPs that I've created. So we got GP here, GP here. There's another 2 GPs as well, but I guess we don't have enough patience right now. Then you have all these like drug mixers that drug mixers that here and there, and then we have the all these things like the scan as well. If there are some really difficult kind of like diseases, and it will go into the scan and then go into this ward and for treatment and so on and so forth. So this is how a hospital is being run, at least in this simulation. It's kind of interesting to just follow some of these guys and see where they're going. Like this one here is coming into again is going to reception, and I don't know why I built 2 receptionists. I think this is kind of underutilized, but sometimes some of this would rest, and if they are resting, then there's another kind of receptionist as well. Now this is a staff room, so they could go and enjoy themselves with a sofa, have some water, read some books. There's some like locker as well. There's some plants and so on. I could actually build something like put a poster somewhere. But there's a news. Oh wow, there's a news agent here there. So you could actually have a news agent, and I think that would be quite interesting to build something like that. Probably, it's kind of nice. You can move things around. You could move this around like move it a little bit here, so that I can put a news agent here maybe. And I could also, what I could do is I can fine tune some of these guys and put it there instead, so I can sort of like have a news agent here. And a news agent is kind of like keep the people entertained, I think. And yep, there you go. And in order to have a news agent, I probably need an assistant as well. So I could hire this assistant. Could actually go in and do something else here, I think, or not. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I think all in all, it's kind of interesting game that you could kind of like keep going at it. There are plants as well that give you a wellness of like you can put some plants here and there. Hang on a second. So where are the plants? So the plants, you can see some areas are pretty green. People are quite happy about. Maybe I need to put some plants here. Or maybe put a special plant here. So now, everything is being covered in green. Maybe put one here as well. So you have to keep looking at the demand and supply. So I think I have too many kind of GP office here, but I'm trying to monitor how the whole thing works. I'm still, oh wow, this guy, what happened to it? The head is gone, is it? Oh no, this guy is dying. So this guy is going to treatment fail. Heck crapness. So this guy is going to die very soon, man. Uh-oh. So yep, this guy died in my hospital. Too bad, not my fault. And then he may come back, become a ghost. And when that happened, I have a janitor that would clean up the ghost, believe it or not. So that's a part. And I don't, maybe I should sell this thing off. Let me just sell it. And then what happened? I think this assistant would, this is a nurse by the way, the assistant would come here and get the news agent here to sell newspaper, I think. Then I don't have to have too many kind of like staff running. And yeah, so that is kind of interesting. There are revenue to it as well. Sometimes there is an inspection report. So Mr. Jobworth has sent us the report from his recent visit, 30 pages. We haven't read it, but the conclusion read, one of our country's better medical destination, destined to be a favorite of the sickly enthusiasts in the know. Well done. So that's fine. I've got some reward, some kind of like a wrap as well, some kind of like this is a some extra other currency for me to unlock stuff. So there is sometimes there are like challenges come here. So that, like for example, this is like a challenge saying that there's a ward emergency. Some people looking for further treatment with bad face. Now I don't know whether I have any my doctors know how to cure this, but I'll just say yes and see how it goes. So now the new one that arrived, as you can see later, would be one with a little bit of like all this, this guy here is the. Now how does 5 people fit into a car? I do not know. or 4 actually. But yeah, so these are the one that will come in, and I think they will go directly into. Well, let's just follow one of these guys and see what happened. So this required to go into a room. I think I've got quite a lot of like a spare bed anyway. I could put more bed if I want to. Maybe maybe in the interest of time, I probably need to do it. So what I do is that I could look into items that is fitted in this room. I can put some extra bed here, maybe one here, and then another one. Maybe that is that's not good enough. So just put one extra bed here and see how it goes. So now the what is a bed face, man? I don't know what is a bed face. They have all these makeup kind of like a disease. So someone whenever I heard that sound, someone died. Then you see this guy is another fellow that is unfortunate. That is dying. Treatment fail. I don't know what is it. Bored and dying. So that's it. There you go. Yet another guy, kind of like well, it just happened. It's a hospital, right? I mean, guys. I mean, you have to admit the fact that sometimes things happen. But so all in all these are being warded, and they are. I hope they are being cured. Right, so they're just being warded until they are like until they're cured, I guess. And these are one of the mission, and it will help you with your prestige and so on. So now then you pay attention to what they're saying. I think the profit loss now is not that fantastic. I'm not making too much money. But I don't think it's a big deal. And to move things around could be quite easy as well. You can just like hold it, and you can drag and drop it as well. You can edit this guy. You can move this guy around as well if you want. So yes. So it's very flexible. You can expand the room as well if you wish to. What puzzled me actually is that why isn't anybody here in this 2 area? I don't know. Maybe I go and find out a little bit more one of these days. But and then you need to have a toilet as well here. So I've put in some like drinking water everywhere, magazine somewhere, bookshelf somewhere to get people entertained, some toilet here as well. But I think the right way to play this game is to have some toilet over some area like here maybe, and just to, because it's a little bit far for people to go to the toilet and go back. That's what I learned. And also I don't know whether I've been too generous about the staff room as well.
I was impressed by how experimental the acts were, till I realized it was facing the wrong way and just looking at the tent wall.
So there was some news radio as well. So kind of interesting. The whole thing is very very much like alive, like what is going on and so on. So I think I've got I've killed all of them. So I got extra wraps and so on. Extra wrap will allow me to buy things like there's something with an unlock cost to it. So I've total of 335. I could unlock the some of these guys here if I wish to. And there's some gift shop as well. That's quite interesting. Sunflower, cactus, or some are quite useless, I guess, but some could be rather useful. There's a lot of things going on here. You can just buy different poster, put it everywhere, just to have a like end game to it. Just keep playing and so on. You can make your hospital rather not so generic and so on. That's pretty interesting. There's telephone as well. The provide entertainment. So telephone is to provide entertainment. So the clock. What is clock for? Increase hospital attractiveness. So why not I unlock this guy, unlock a clock as well. Let's see. Let's put a clock somewhere. Let's see I put a telephone somewhere. The telephone could be put somewhere like
Qualified janitor to combat ghost, please.
There's a ghost somewhere, so that's normal. That's fine. I've got a janitor that does it. So there's a telephone there. There's a clock actually. They put a clock there. Can put a clock somewhere like here as well. Kind of thing. So it's just increase the. I suppose if you are the patient there at the bench, you may want to see the time as well. So maybe I put a clock here. Yep, and someone there as well. I think another person died, so too bad. I mean, people are dying sometimes. So there's a clock. I can put a telephone as well, but I don't know where I can put it now that there's, oh wow, there's another death around. There's a lot of people dying, huh? So there's a clock here, there's a telephone, maybe I can put one here. All right, people, if anybody want to make a call. Yeah, so that is the, well, I think there's quite a few things here while people waiting. Maybe they want to make some phone call, so I could have one here as well, provided I could squeeze anything in. I probably have run out of space. Some of these places that maybe I should just put a phone there. All right, so that is yeah, trying to be creative here. Yep, so I've got some telephone and stuff like that. So the, yeah, I mean that's the whole idea. Just keep like you know, modifying. There's a ghost here, by the way. Just now you saw a ghost. I have a janitor that can catch a ghost. So there are things like you can hire people that has a certain kind of like, hire some more assistants, hire like janitors. That this one can catch ghosts, by the way, ghost capture. There are some nurses of different attributes as well, so you can read up a little bit on what they do and whether they are suitable or not. So it's kind of pretty fun, to be honest. This is a rather fun game.
Looking for a fun day out for all the
Radio.
family? I guess. Come to Grockle Bay Zoo and see stunt monkeys, whale pigs, and Venusian tigers.
So there's some radio going on. So
Grockle Bay Zoo.
So yeah.
Almost no visitor fatalities for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, so that's like a little bit of radio, so you make it a little bit more alive as well, the whole kind of game. So that's about it. That is my first kind of you know, hospital. Very simple layout. I'm still trying to figure things out, trying to figure out what happens to some of this room that is like totally unutilized. I cannot figure out why, because I do have a lot of like doctors. Where I've hang on, where are my doctors, right? I have Antonia, which is where's Antonia? So I think it's over there. This is Antonia. He's tired. Then we have Peggy. Where's Peggy? I think Peggy is this lady here, which is in the room. Then I have the TD nerd. TD nerd is going to go into this office and do work. That's fine. Desmond. What is Desmond doing? Desmond, I think, is currently resting, and you have Rose, and Rose is currently also resting in the holy tool. That is wow, a lot of doctors are not really doing anything, huh? We have Penelope as well. Penelope is going into a room. I hope it's this room here. So yeah, it sounds like some people are not that happy, huh? Sounds like I don't really have that enough doctor, maybe, I don't know. Then you can look at all the nurses and see where they are. Some of them could be not happy for whatever reason. The looking for work, yeah. So you can click around on things, and people do get level up as well as they are successfully cured people. This lightheadedness, by the way, so you can trace back what this guy does, for example. Oops. You know, this guy's making a phone call. Cool. Cots Swallop. The so this guy is yeah. Then they keep saying that I have too many janitors. I could fire someone like let me see. I have a janitor. If I look at the so I have a few of them. I have 1, 2, and 3. I think this Ian, I think I can fire him because I mean the skill is not that great. The rest are very better. So how do I fire him? Let me see. There must be a way to fire him. Well, I'll figure out a way to fire him. But I think all in all, this is something that I could do. The weak blader, thirsty. So yeah. No, not any of these things. So yeah, so I could find a way, and once I find a way, I'll fire him. Ooh. So this is one. Pick up, fire. All right, so fire. Then they are employed for 3 years, 5 months, and 23 days. And Okay, sometimes you have to do the yep. So that guy is fired. So yeah, you can do a lot of this sort of thing. And you can see actually where they are actually. So yeah, you can do a little bit of micromanagement on the staff and so on. You cut costs somehow, and you can look at your patients as well. You know, where are they? Are they all right? Some of these have all the diagnosis. Some of them is yet to be diagnosed, and so on. And then you can look at the illnesses as well, like how good you are against certain illness, like a mystery gout, and so on. So you have to find out where, like where are they being sort of like cure. Some of them could be in the ward, some of them could be in the pharmacy. So you may want to take a look at the pharmacy and the nurses as well. So now it's too many nurses currently idle, so I need to look into my staff and look at the nurses and see what they're doing, or I could build more rooms for the diagnosis and so on. So yeah, it's a lot of like a balancing, all in all, you could actually go to the map view, take a look at your career as well. So for example, I've cured 100 patients. I can collect my reward, which is like currency there. I can collect, because I earn 1 million, I can collect as well. Then I can collect all these like machine, like I water X amount of plants, I earn this amount of the currency K Kowtow, I think. Then yeah, that's about it. I mean, there's a lot of like a progression to it. And if Shai get bored with this one, I could start with this guy as well. I can do a start, and then expand into a second kind of like a hospital. So in the second one, I'm pretty sure they have other kind of like mission or game mode that is a little bit different from what you have here. So yeah, that's all. I mean, I've got a lot of like case. And I can buy a lot of very interesting things here. All these things are now reachable for me to purchase, and yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I personally like this game, and I can't wait to see a little bit further on some of the other hospitals and what kind of new challenges would that be. I'm a little bit more want to, me and Max are a little bit things like still want to sort out why some of them are just not having anybody there, or maybe just not enough sick people going into the hospital right now, because you have to look at the number of patients versus the amount of infrastructure supporting it, I guess. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you are also playing this game, do let me know what areas I could improve. I'm very new to it, and what do you think about the game? All right, see you next time. Goodbye.